Dr. Zafrul Islam Sahab, President All India Muslim Majlis-e-Mushawarat. How do you see at the American President Barack Obama's speech delivered yesterday in Cairo?
I think it's a good beginning, and it is a marked departure from the policies of President Bush. Though we have some reservations about what he said or what he did not say, still it's a very good beginning, but we would like to see what action follows this nice speech which was delivered in Cairo, which is in a way a central place for the world of Islam. And it was a very well chosen place that he went to Cairo University's main auditorium and spoke from there to the intelligentsia in Egypt.
What are the positive points do you find in that speech?
The first point is that he has said that there is no war between America and Islam, which is a very good thing. And I think this is going to give a message to certain elements in the American society which has used President Bush's crusade, as he called it, to put pressure on Muslims, to deny them rights, to in various ways to harass them in American society. So this at least will give a message to many people, and also in the administration, in the police, that this is not the American policy and they should not do it. So this is a good thing from this speech. But as far as the Muslim world, the larger Muslim world is concerned, he has spoken that there is a timetable for withdrawal from Iraq, which is 2012, which is a nice thing. Of course, when you go to war in some place, you cannot extricate yourself so easily. So we give him that margin. And also he has said that he will, American troops will leave Afghanistan as soon as there is peace and they do not fear any attack on Americans. It's also fair. He has to carry this burden which is left to him by his the earlier President Bush. But I was in a way not very much pleased that he did not say even a word about the victims of America's war on terror, which is over 1 million people killed in Iraq. About 5 million Iraqis have been made homeless and or refugees. So many people in Afghanistan have been made refugees or killed or have been displaced, and the whole country has been devastated, in fact. So he should have said something about that. Also, he did not say anything about the Israeli aggression against Gaza, which is Gaza or Gaza. It was a totally uncalled for aggression, which led to so many deaths and so much devastation in Gaza. But he did not say anything despite the fact that it is American arms which were used by Israel. It is American money which was used by Israel. We know that America is giving to Israel $5 billion every year. A small country of 5 million people is getting $5 billion from $5,000 million from America every year. So America is in fact not just morally, but in fact it is totally responsible for any action that Israel takes, and he should have spoken about that. He has said yes, that there should be two-state solution to Palestine, and I think even Palestinians will agree to this, provided all the lands that Israel occupied in 1967 are returned, which I think is not going to happen so easily. America will have to put a lot of pressure on Israel, and there was no hint whatsoever in President Obama's speech that he is going to pressurize Israel if it did not agree to what he is suggesting.
Right. In most part of his speech, he has addressed Muslim majority countries, but at several places in the 1 hour speech, he also used Muslim communities, and in that perspective, when he was talking about Southeast Asia, he mentioned that he he wants that American help should reach for Muslim women education, at least in this part of the world. So, do you think this is hopeful thing? And as a leader of Muslim organization, leading Muslim organization in India, do you think that you should come up and seek the help from America to educate the Muslim masses here in India?
No, you see, personally, I am against seeking any help from America. But America is welcome to invest in education, as he said, and also in healthcare, two sectors that he mentioned. If they want to do something, they are welcome. But I don't think that Muslim individuals or organizations should go and beg for any such kind of help from America, because despite all this good talk, America is still occupying our lands, is still killing our people. So I think it's not the proper time or proper way to get help from a foreign country or foreign power, which is in fact, even despite all this sweet talk, is waging a war against our people.
Right. In the entire speech, he hasn't used the word terrorism, the word terrorist. So it is said, many people say that overall, the speech is going to help erase and to remove the tension between America and Muslim countries, as far as this point is concerned.
Well, America has changed the semantics, the language that they use. They are doing the same thing. They are still killing people in Iraq. They are still killing people in Afghanistan. They are still threatening various communities. They are still giving information to various countries which are misused by them. A lot of countries, they have started a new war in Pakistan, which we know. It is not a good idea for any country to use force and arms against their own people. It is going to have repercussions on the long run. I think people in the tribal areas of Pakistan will not forget what is happening to them, and this is all happening because of the American pressure. They gave them ultimatum. They told them that you are not going to get any help if you do not take this action. So it's not a good idea for any country. Even in India, we see that Naxals are a very big problem, but India is not using its army against Naxals. There are limits to which you can go in fighting your own people. So America has not changed in its real policies on the ground, but there is a little change which I think until now is limited to semantics. It should become real, it should become perceptible, it should become an experience that we experience in our daily lives. I think we should give him some time for this, but of course he will have to deliver something during these 4 years of his first term.
Do you think that the tone and text of their speech is anyway going to give any ray of hope to the larger part of human beings who want peace in the world?
You see, we should be very realistic that President Obama is not the only and real ruler of America. He is not something like Saddam Hussein or something like Jamal Abdul Nasser in his country. He has to work within a system. He is just a little part of that system. He cannot change the military complex in America. He cannot change the various lobbies that are working in America. But still he is trying. He is trying, yes, of course. But America as a country has large interests around the world, and these interests are actually based on exploitation of others' resources. And this is why they went to Iraq and Afghanistan in the first place, not to fight terrorism, but to get hold of their resources, their location, their oil. Of course, Iraq was occupied for its oil, and these things are, of course, available in American report itself. It is not hearsay or something like that. They went to Afghanistan because they want to use the land of that country for